Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michelle Go, and today, as the first speaker opposition, we disagree with the motion that has been given, which is, as a middle-class parents, this house will support their child choice to be prioritized formal education in pursuing digital creative skill or career for their children. So through the arguments given, they were told about children who did not like being forced to study formal educations. But what actually happens is when these children are left alone to choose what they want, these children will tend to be confused. And this confusion in choosing their passion, ability, and with by the formal education, it is precisely what helps children to choose, train, and even find their passions, because not all of the children know what they want or even just have a desire, but are uncertain or still in doubt. For the examples that you may experience yourself is that as a kid, usually they want to be a doctor or astronaut, teacher, police, and that's what usually kid dreams of. But as they get older and get a formal education, and in the process it will help them change their mind, and eventually change their dreams too, because they already know what their passions are. But without this formal education, it will be very confusing for the children to know about their dreams. And therefore, with the assistance of mentoring and counseling the students from the teacher and maybe also from the helps of counselor, it will help to direct the child to find their true patience. Then also, this formal schools is not only about number, and others, but actually the formal school also can improve other skills such as social skills, which we definitely get at school with our friends. We can communicate with our friends, and it's a skill that hard to get. But if this child is not in the formal school and the parents is just get freedom for their child, their social skills will not be guaranteed. And because without social skills, it will be very difficult for their future, because every company, everything, we need social skills, and also speaking skills, it will be very needed in the future. So that's what usually school have. And then also, furthermore, it is also said about parents who are told to be open-minded, but this also cannot be done just like that, because each parenting style, each parenting style will certainly be different, and it will be very subjective, will be too subjective to us parents to stick one way of parenting. And also, moreover, raising a child is certainly not easy. So sometimes parents also do not know what their children wants, what their children's dream of. They don't know what the children's passion is. So with the help from the teachers at school can be very helpful, where the teachers and parents can work together, and then to help their child to direct their child together and find their child patient. It also depends on parents' finance, where not all parents can pay for their child to help them from failure to get back up and finance their lessons, like maybe music lessons, art lessons. It's kind of expensive sometimes, and not all parents can afford that. And also, it is not a cheap thing. And then soft education is not necessarily cheap. And then my next argument here is also, he also said, the proposition team also said about the current business that has developed and prioritized creativity. It is true that there are a lot of companies that already prioritize creativity, but many have not. Also called several companies like Apple and others. Yeah, it should be noted that companies like this are very difficult to enter, like Facebook and Google is very hard to enter. So therefore, to get experience in work, we need a university degree is still needed, because not all company is like that. And because if you keep targeting a company that only prioritize creativity, then it's going to be hard for you. So, and that if that person fails and he is unemployed because other companies that prioritize degrees don't want to accept it, it will be very difficult for him. Then for jobs like social media, like YouTubers, influencers, and other social media things, it cannot be, it's also very hard because it cannot be successful right away. Only a few people can achieve success in this field because it's very hard. The market is very hard, especially since the market is already very difficult right now, especially in Indonesia too. There are so many YouTubers, influencers who have spoken up about this, how difficult it is to be a YouTuber in Indonesia because of the market right now. And then, so what we will do here is, so instead of following a parenting system that is very strict and that is too liberating for children, it is better to use a flexible parenting style, because after all, children still need a direction to choose the future path they aspire to. And then also a children should collecting achievement for self-profile because it's still needed in the future. And then because it will be more effective than seeking experience but not trustworthy and unapproved, because we cannot control their future. And then it will be very nice if they have a self-profile and then they have achievement in the school and then they have a degree in university and other stuff, because that can really help them to find a job, not only a company that only prioritize creativity, but they also can, if they fails in that company, they can still go to another company that also can help them, so they can also finance their life without getting hard on their parents. So that's all for me from Michelle. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.